Hi, everybody. I hope you had a good Christmas, and I hope that Santa has given you exactly what it is that you wanted. And he came very clutch for me with the Bryce James jersey and a Go Keenan Bond jersey. I hope Christmas was very nice. Had a great time with family and friends. Merry Christmas again. And it's clear when you really think about it what the script of Saturday Night Football is about. And now out of nowhere, we start hearing these things about Lamar Jackson. When you don't give Derrick Henry the ball during the third and fourth quarter, you may as well have lost your locker room. Baltimore know they're out of the playoffs. They know that they were sabotaged by their coach. They are starting to think now that John Harbaugh's not putting them in the best position to win football games. Everybody in their dead grandmother and their oblivious aunt who knows nothing about football, doesn't know a thing about football. Even she would know that you give the ball to your best running back when you're winning by 7-10 points. Let's be real. Baltimore does not have a chance. Lamar Jackson is fried. He's been dealing with injury problems all season. They will choose to move on from John Harbaugh instead of Lamar Jackson. You always back your quarterback over the kill, and it's been 13 years. His time has run out. Basically, John Harbaugh. These guys are cooked. The Packers, though, they obviously you'll see them last week. They're not even worried about a thing with Micah Parsons' injury. They basically whipped the Bears' ass. The guys who were there last year, they're a top 6 defense. Micah Parsons' loss means very, very little, especially when they make it against the 49ers in the divisional round. You look at them. Well, they don't have Micah Parsons. Well, the 49ers don't have Nick Bosa either. So that's going to be an interesting layer to the 49er Packer matchup. And then, of course, McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs. That divisional matchup is going to be blockbuster. The 49ers are 6-0 at Levi Stadium in their playoff history. It's going to be 6 wins in 7 games, like Levi's is 67. It's already happened. Just watch. It is going to happen. Their 7th home game against the 7th seed Green Bay Packers. It is happening. It is happening. It is happening. It is happening. Let me answer this question before I continue. Bills, I think, are number 2 in my AFC ranking, but I'm going to give the edge to Denver. I think Bills make it next year, but honestly, they're number 2 in my AFC ranking. I just can't see NFL allowing the Patriots to make it to a Super Bowl this soon without Tom Brady. Could I be wrong? Maybe, possibly. New England does equal 45. Green Bay won Super Bowl 45. I'm just telling you what numbers do exist, But in the whole grand scheme of things, Buffalo has to make it next year. I think they're going to fall short this year. Las Vegas is going to be happy. Well, if the Bills make it, then yeah, I think I have to go. I think I have to go Bills over Packers. And for the record, I don't give a shit because all my bets on the Packers is just to win the conference. Just to win the conference. After the Packers win NFC, I couldn't give a shit. So just so you know. But yeah, it's if the Bills make it to the Super Bowl, they have to win. They have to be 1-4. LA is 14. So if they do make it, then yeah, Buffalo's going to be in the Super Bowl. But are they going to make it? No, because Vegas is the house always wins, so to speak. But we live in a matrix. We live in simulated reality. I was going to tell somebody connected to the Packers on Christmas Eve about the whole 27 spill and and everything associated with that. And of course, my cousin's girlfriend is a Green Bay Packers fan. I told her everything about 27 and their first titles at 27 years of age. It was crazy, let me tell you. It really blew her mind. I mean, it was wild, and that's exactly what's going to happen. NFL don't care. They're mocking the masses with the whole 2-7, and they know that they can throw it out in plain sight, but then nobody's going to believe the Packers anyway. So they can throw it out in plain sight and fake Micah Parsons' injury and know that nobody's going to care either way. No one's going to pay attention to the 2-7 enigma. They're still going to be doubting the Packers, and it's in plain sight about the whole 2-7 connection with Green Bay. There's a chance I thought that they could play the starters tonight for the NFC North. So Packers win 2 and Bears lose their last 2. Then that would give the Packers a division, but it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm gonna bet 49ers on Sunday Night Football, but then the Lions are pretty much fried. I mean, their offensive line is like terrible. David Montgomery's gonna leave. This team is disjointed. Let's put it that way. They're very disjointed. So I don't think the Lions have a chance against the Bears. I think if they're in last place in the NFC North, they really need offensive line or defense, then I think Lions may take the last game. I know these guys are professionals, they have competitive pride. I'm not doubting that doesn't exist, but you look at the Raiders today. They told Max Crosby, you're going to sit out the last 2 games, and then he left the team facility. So teams are incentivized to tank, even when the players want to go out and show their competitive fire. It all depends on when he comes back from his ACL. It's possible he could be back before week 1, and if the Chiefs have a good year and make the playoffs or win double-digit wins, then he could be comeback player of the year. It's just another award for Patrick Mahomes. Did Tom Brady win comeback player of the year? It was 2009 he came back. It was 2009. Who won it in 2009? This is an AP award. 2009 was Tom Brady. Then ditto Patrick Mahomes because they both got hurt in their 9th seasons. And now Mahomes going to win comeback player of the year. That's probably the lock. That's probably the lock bet of the season as far as futures are concerned for next season. This is how they're syncing it up. He's going to win his last 5 games. They're going for their 5th Lombardi. 5 total. Last game against the Vikings in the regular season, 4 playoff games. That's 1 regular season game. That's 4 playoff games. That forms 14. First month of the year, the 4th day, 1-4, that's 14. That's Jordan Love's return game. He's thrown 13 passes in games without Micah Parsons. His 14th passing attempt in a game without Micah Parsons in there would be his first passing attempt since he came back. And Malik Willis, he threw 14 passes last week. Won't surprise me by the Freemasonic G on the helmet. Jordan Love's going to win the Super Bowl for his 33rd playoff win of his career. His 33rd overall win. 28 in the regular season, 5 in the playoffs. The Vikings does equal 52. His playoff record can be 5-2, like California does equal 52. Are there no numbers for the Buffalo Bills? There's some numbers. There's some numbers. Buffalo does equal 27. The old 27 spiel. Buffalo is the 27 gematria. I think the 27 gematria is going to be dominated by the whole narrative, the storyline of Packer quarterbacks winning the Super Bowl at 27 years of age. You think about gay love, love, pride, Jordan Love, pride. Gay capital of America. Jordan Love, gay capital of America. Of course. Now it makes lots of sense right now. Jordan Love at the gay capital of America. Show love. Don't be hating all them gay people and all that. Jordan Love wins a Super Bowl at San Francisco. Who could have seen that coming? You see, Rodgers gifted one to the Packers. They didn't have to worry about anything. They were basically locked to make it to the playoffs after the Steelers beat the Lions. Aaron Rodgers gifted one to the Packers before Christmas. Now Packers are going to get one late present for Aaron Rodgers. 2. Packers clinch the playoffs for Aaron Rodgers. The Packers give that old man some bloody rest. He won't be playing against the Cleveland Clowns. He won't have to get sandwiched by Myles Garrett. That is the greatest gift possible that Aaron Rodgers could ask for, to not aggravate anything before the playoffs, to just avoid playing Myles Garrett in a virtually meaningless game. Lamar Jackson is cooked. If Ravens out of the playoffs, Lamar, you got some time to rest. Believe me, this division is over. I'd be surprised if they have things all decided week 18. I said every division is lined up for week 18. I mean, did they want some divisions to end so Roger Goodell, you know what I mean? He just so it doesn't it's obvious it's pro wrestling. Every division is up for grabs. They make it seem real that some divisions are done beforehand. Why didn't they have the AFC North decided in week 18? NFL's not rigged. It's kind of reverse psychology kind of action is what they're doing right there. But little things like Aaron Rodgers resting, that's definitely how they're doing it. Even though he's not playing, Packers finished 6-2 at home, like Jordan's gematria 62. I still like that 6-2. I don't think it means. I don't think it. He doesn't have to play for it to be 6-2. Let's put it that way. He doesn't have to play for the 6-2 to come to fruition. The 6-2 home record for Green Bay, that is. But Fraud Turdy will get the number 1 seed. That's what I believe. You'll get the number 1 seed in the NFC. Purdy is 4-2, but he's going to lose against Green Bay. The Packers is 43. He's going to fall to 4-3 in the playoffs. Green Bay's going to destroy Fraud Turdy. McCaffrey's going to fumble, get an injury. Las Vegas controls the games anyways. I think something's going to happen to him. He'd win 2 out of 3 divisional matchups in his career, like it's number 23. That has me a good reason to believe that something is going to happen to Christian McCaffrey. An injury, a key fumble, a key drop. out of the backfield, out in the flat. I can see something happening that is going to definitely be a big missed chance in the game. Shanahan's going to fall to 8-5, kind of like Bart Starr's death at 85. The 5th playoff loss against the Packers, their 5th Super Bowl. So this winning streak's going to end at 6 for San Francisco, it looks like. It's going to end at 6. Raiders beat the 49ers and the Broncos. That's what Josh Jacobs going to do. Crazy how Jacobs is 27 years of age. He's born at Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma is the 46 at Wayne State. Levi Stadium does equal 46. That's what stands out with Josh Jacobs. $15 touchdowns. He's having a better season than McCaffrey, is he? He's better than McCaffrey. McCaffrey, he already has injuries. I take Josh Jacobs over McCaffrey. Both guys are durable, but Josh Jacobs having a better year. He's not even double digits in touchdowns, McCaffrey. 1,039 yards with 1,329 for Josh Jacobs. McCaffrey's only averaging 3.7, so he's starting to decline. He has declined ever since the tendonitis injury that he had. He is declining. That's just objective reality. He's starting to decline. Is Fraud Turdy going to do all the business against one of the best pass defenses in football? Of course not. McCaffrey simply has had too much injuries to him. A tendonitis injury is no joke. Josh Jacobs has more left in the tank than Christian McCaffrey. Oh, this is his 2024 regular season total. He has done. He has like 14 times. I remember he has 14. That was last year. Best running back in football is not Christian McCaffrey. It's Josh Jacobs. He left the garbage Raiders. That has revitalized his entire career. He has 13 touchdowns. He has more than McCaffrey. He has 926 yards. I don't give a damn. I'm taking this guy over McCaffrey. He has more left in the tank. The Raiders does equal 53 like Bay Area. He played for the Bay Area team. He's going to carry the Packers to the Super Bowl. Will he get number 14, touchdown number 14 on the 27th day? He's at 13 touchdowns for the season. I think he should get to 30 regular season touchdowns. Jacobs does equal 30. I think it's another 15 touchdown season for Josh Jacobs. Will he get that 76 rushing touchdown of his career like the San Francisco Bay Area equals 76? The San Francisco Bay Area without his career long is 86. Bay Area does equal 86. His career long is 86 yards for Josh Jacobs. I think most people are going to bet on the 49ers. They're going to look at the Packers as a scrub team, but It's that knowledge discovery that's the key. It's knowledge discovery that's the key. Knowledge discovery. Is the knowledge discovery in the cards? I guess not. I guess not. Winner of the NFC West is going to lose against the Packers in the divisional round of the playoffs. Five and 0. 5-0. 5-0 is the key stat line to the cipher. 5-0 in the Super to finish the year. Jordan Alexander Love. How many total wins is that since Rodgers left? Hey, Aaron Rodgers from the Bay Area. He won the Packers their last title. Packers win the Super Bowl at the Bay Area. That'll be 26 wins since Aaron Rodgers left the team. Jordan Love's 26 pick. Bay Area does equal 26. If they get the 10 and 11, then 22 like Levi's, and then 23, and then 24, and 25, and 26. That's what would happen under that scenario. The floor is perfect on Montreal. When the Packers make it to the Super Bowl, they're not going to lose, and Buffalo is fried. Could they make it to the AFC Championship game? I doubt it. They'll probably get upset before the AFC Championship game. There needs to be something that dominates the headlines. It's the Bills choking before they get to the AFC Championship game. That would dominate the discussions. Drake May against Bo Nix. NFL likes marketing even more future prospects. If there's a quarterback problem, we got to try to market our quarterbacks better. Oh, Drake May doesn't suck because he made it to the AFC Championship game. He's a good young quarterback, says Roger Goodell. Bo Nix is not a garbage-ass clown. He made it to the Super Bowl. He's a good, solid, up-and-coming young quarterback. So, and they want to try to put these guys on the map. Joe Burrow, he put himself on the map when the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl with the fucking freaking Cincinnati Bengals, people. That's what Bo Nix is going to do. I like the Chargers, but I'm going to take the Broncos in Week 18. You know, if Chargers win, they could go win the division. But I'm taking the Broncos in the last week of the season. That could be Sunday Night Football. It could be anything. Sunday Night Football? Who needs Ravens, Steelers? We got Chargers, Broncos for the division. That's what we covered. Oh, Panthers, Bucks for the division? Hey. We got some fireworks. NFC West up for grabs. We don't need no Lamar Jackson. We don't need no Aaron Rodgers to be playing and injuring himself against Myles Garrett. Nah. The Packers defense come out and win the turnover battle and start feeling high and mighty after tomorrow's game. The soap opera continues when the Ravens lose and everyone starts wondering and pondering the future of the Ravens. People start barking about the John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson rumors. Somebody has to leave, right? John Harbaugh leaves. Ravens trade Lamar Jackson. That's going to add fuel to the fire. Ravens win. Everything is good. We are going to, for the record, So basically, if I understand this right, basically, Aaron Rodgers can sit out the last 2 games of the season. The Steelers clinch before they play their Week 17 game. So Aaron Rodgers can sit out the last 2 weeks of the season if he is that broken. He is ailing. His body is falling apart massively. That is for sure happening. Increase the probability of the Steelers are not going to be a garbage outing in the playoffs, and you give this brother Aaron Rodgers 2 weeks of rest. And his old team is going to do the job for him. He can rest against the Ravens. He can sit out the last 2 games of the regular season. Is that in the cards? What would his regular season record be if he sits out the last 2 games? He sat out 1 game against the Bears. He did sit out a game this year. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to play 14 total games this year. Steelers are a one-and-done affair. He'll finish with 22 regular season touchdowns. He's at 22 right now. Aaron is 22. Levi's is 22. He'll sit out the final 2 games of the regular season. Mike Tomlin should be fired if Aaron Rodgers plays any of the next 2 games. He should be fired. That is insanity. Aaron Rodgers has won a total of 14 games in the regular season since leaving the Packers. He's not going to play another game throughout the course of the regular season. He's going to retire with 14 wins in the regular season since leaving the Packers. He's only going to win a total of 14 games in total. He's going to retire with 14 wins. He's going to sit out the last 2 games and lose in the first round. Whoever's the 5th seed. Buffalo, LA, whatever. Buffalo will win now. Maybe they'll move up. It's Jacksonville, Buffalo, or LA. Aaron Rodgers against the Jags defense. I'd take Jacksonville if they were to play in the playoffs. And Jacksonville, if they play the garbage Steelers, they beat the Broncos. Jacksonville, well, it's only Jacksonville. I look past the name. They have a great defense. They're really sinking the season very, very, very much as far as yep, A-Rod, he is done. He is finished. He is finished. He is finished. His playoff record's going to be exactly 500. His first interception in the playoffs would be his 14th career interception in his career. The NFL is scripted. It is scripted to the core. This is wild. He could win a total of 14 games since leaving Green Bay. He's going to throw a pick. His 14th career postseason interception. This is wild. When did Brett Favre retire? Was it the first year after he retired, the Packers won the Super Bowl? I think it was the very first year after he retired. I just think the Packers will win right as Aaron Rodgers is going to retire. This is interesting. This is wild. The 2010 season, Brett Favre did play. That was the same year Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. That was 2010, 2011. The same year Aaron Rodgers retired, Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. Same year Brett Favre retired. The same thing's going to happen here with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to retire the same year he retires. Packers win the Super Bowl. Voila.